doing
Hello,
good.
hello, hello, hello out there in social media land. We are back. We are back. It's birthday month. And of course, I couldn't think of a better person to start us off with uncensored conversation than my good friend, the one and only Dr. Michelle B. Hammond is in the house. We are super excited. She's brought some friends along with her on tonight. Guys, we're going to be talking about Michelle's new collaboration with some of these beautiful ladies that you see on tonight. We're going to get you all hyped up and we're getting you ready to go. But you already know there's a consequence to not a consequence, but a joy and a pleasure for me to tell you that on tonight, you know my rule of thumb, if I got some beautiful people on the show and they've got a beautiful product, that means you need to go out there and get your pocketbook, your credit card, your checkbook. Make sure you get your PayPal and all that good information ready because you got about 5 copies of everything on Uncensored Conversation tonight. And this is not any other day but the great day. Michelle, girl, what's up?
What's going on,
We're
Victoria?
so happy to have you back with us tonight.
Thank you. And thank you so much for having me. I count it not robbery. I appreciate you for always being supportive, for just making the ways, for arrangements to have me on your show.
Well, girl, I got to have you in the house. I got to get all the information. You always keep giving me that great energy. And there's other people out there that need to know about what you're doing. You're always doing something fantastic. So we got to make sure everybody knows it. So I'm just glad you're with us tonight. We want to tell y'all that she just came from her retreat. She's going to tell us more about that as well. But tonight is all dedicated to her and these phenomenal ladies that's with us on tonight. And Michelle's got a new project that these ladies are a part of. And so we just want to go ahead and get right into the conversation. Michelle, please introduce these beautiful people that you have with you on tonight.
So I am going to start with Dr. Ray Queen Haymore. She is here. She is my forward author for this project. I have April Battle. She is one of the co-authors as well. I have Miss Gina Walton, and I have the Hugging Healer with her cute little self in the background. And I have Makiva Miller as well. And there are others who are a part of this project.
Awesome.
And actually, what is hanging in right now, Sharonda Hines. I will give a name of everyone.
All right. Awesome. Let's see. We're going to make sure we get everybody in here tonight. So, Michelle, there's a lot of people out there that have not a clue what we're talking about. So guess what? Go ahead and tell them the name of this project. And then we'll go around and see if some of these beautiful ladies can give us just a brief overview of who they are.
Okay, so the name of this project is Daughters, Healing Remedies and Recipes, which is an essential guide for the mind, body, and soul. And that's what I'm all about, the mind, body, and soul, and the well-being. I will say this is something that's natural. This is something that has been on my heart when it comes down to, and may I say this, Pastor, when it comes down to different practices that we assume that things are not because it's non-traditional, but if we look at the historical part of it, it can be beneficial to our healing. And not to say that everybody has their belief, but what I put this call out, one, it's a call about what we know, what we experience, and then it's also things that we have been passed down, from generations to generation. Again, they're trying to erase certain things. So some of these practices, it's unique and it can be beneficial to your healing for your mind, body, and soul.
Thank you. And so to those that are watching or tuning in tonight, she has this amazing new collaboration with these beautiful people, and it's called Daughters, Healing Remedies and Recipes. Love. Now, let me just tell y'all, Uncensored Conversation is exactly that. We enjoy learning And sometimes Michelle and I've talked about this over the last couple of years about people's mindsets and how they don't receive correct information that will be beneficial. And so I look at her projects as something that is beneficial. It opens the mind. It takes out the garbage and the indiscrepancies of people that do not study things, because we are, true, I'm a pastor, but I believe in there's things that God has allowed us to have access to on this planet that he wants us to use. And what better way to use what God has given us by through all of this information that you guys are going to share throughout the book and through our conversation on tonight. So, Michelle, I appreciate you as well as these young ladies for sharing this information because, what I'm finding, Michelle, is that if we get real serious, we can probably go back and really search the scriptures, if you will, and find the same thing that we're talking about tonight. But it's just not clear because people don't chew. They stay stuck in the mud. That is why we're on Uncensored Conversation. We're not stuck in the mud, people. We're about giving the true information and letting people decide what's best for them. And that's why I love having Michelle on the show. She always brings us something good, and it always stirs up our spirits, our spiritual spirits, our natural spirits, and our mental spirits. So I'm excited. So I just want to go around really quickly, and Michelle, you can throw the mic to whoever for these ladies just to introduce themselves, and they can tell us what their chapter I would say is in the book, and then we'll get into the conversation. How about that?
Sure. So I will start with Dr. Karen. She's the forward author, but I will say that you have something special here because this is the person who is the founder of Holistic Professional Color University. So you have the founder here. You might have to bring her back. So you have to bring her back because there's a wealth of knowledge for us people of color that we need to do. Awesome. So Dr. Karen, take it away.
Well, peace and blessings, everyone. And thank you. Thank you. I'll pay you later for saying all those wonderful things about me. I'll cash app you. So hello, everyone. I am Ray Queen. Like she said, I'm the founder of HPOC, which is Holistic Professionals of Color. I am not as gifted as the rest of the beautiful sisters here. So I wrote the foreword for this book because I know most of the sisters who collaborated on this project, and they have a wealth of knowledge and information and resources. A lot of the resources that have been handed down from our big mamas and their big mamas, right? And along the way, we lost a lot of that valuable information. And then to your point earlier, colonization happened. Even to Christianity, colonization happened. And we were tricked into believing that we couldn't be a Christian and accept the things that God has given to us naturally. But if we just study and show thyself approved, which is what all these sisters have done, you will learn and come to know the truth behind all of that misinformation. And so I wrote the foreword for this book because I'm so proud to be in the company of these wonderful, beautiful, dynamic, educated, skilled sisters who have so much compassion and are passionate about sharing their knowledge. So that's who I am. And hello to everyone.
Well, I've heard a lot of good things about you. I've heard a lot of good things about you from Michelle. So I'll take half of her cut.
Okay. No problem.
Now you could go ahead and throw the mic to the next person.
So I will start with April. And one thing I do want to say as well, when I looked into this project, we have clinical professionals here. So the modalities that some may fearful of or whatever else, these are clinical professionals that are here. So we know what we're talking about.
Yes,
and we know what we're talking about because we actually do that. We do it in a non-traditional setting, but we also know there's a holistic setting and there's a contemporary setting. But what we choose to focus on is the non-traditional portion of it. And we have Shanika Marie, who is here with us as well, and Sharonda Hines, who are also a part of the collaboration as well.
Awesome.
So April, pass the mic. You got the mic.
Good evening. Thank you all so much for having me. I am so excited about this. This is exciting, and this was an opportunity to really share some information on healing that's really dear to my heart. My mom suffered from debilitating migraines when we were kids. Wow. And she had 6 kids in 7 years. And when she would get her migraines, she couldn't cook. She couldn't do anything. She couldn't take care of us. And my dad worked all the time, and she would have to sit in a dark room for days at a time. Then as I got older, I started getting migraines. One of my brothers and some of my other family members as well. The doctor had me on some medication. It was terrible. So I looked for, and also being a licensed massage therapist for 15 years, I looked for alternate remedies for headaches and migraines. So that's what my chapter in the book is. It's on using essential oils and hot and cold temperature therapy and a little massage technique to help treat and prevent migraines and headaches as well.
Wow. Okay. So you know me, you got to talk to, girl. See, Michelle knows who to put on my show. I'm a migraine sufferer. So, hey, I know exactly what you're talking about. And I'm looking forward to getting my copy of the book so I can especially hear your chapter. It's going to be amazing.
And you don't have to be a massage therapist to be able. You could I made it simple so you can actually do this at home, and it's actually a technique I do for my clients. But you can actually do this at home for yourself.
That's what I'm talking about. That's all right. All right, to all of you all of you that coming in, we thank you so much for joining us. Get your pens and your paper out, get your credit cards, get all of that information with you because you're going to need it very shortly because we're getting into the meat and potatoes. All right, who's up next, Michelle?
So I will say Gina Walton. And Talaka Wisdom, she is here too. She is one of the co-authors as well.
Okay. Let's see her on my... Let's see her on my radar yet.
I am Gina Walton, and I am the founder and CEO of Our Wellness Academy. And my portion of the book is on ancestral healing, where it focuses on the physical, spiritual, and mental aspects of healing. And the question that I've been asking people is, what is in your DNA? And it deals with epigenetics. Epigenetics is the science, I shorten it, the science behind why we do what we do. So oftentimes we hear people saying, you know, in our culture, we season the food till the ancestors tell us to stop. So a lot of time when trauma and different things happen in our life, we don't understand where it comes from. And a lot of times we're carrying things generationally. And so my chapter is how to do that holistically, infused with some of my clinical practices in mental and spiritual health.
Oh, Lord, y'all is throwing it out here. Oh, boy, I'm excited. Come on in. I tell you. All right, Miss Walton. Okay, Michelle, who's up next?
So I have the Hugging Healer. She is next.
Huggy.
Hello, beautiful people. I am the Hugging Healer. My birth name and family name is Sandy Bird Fields. I am a licensed clinical social worker. I am an intuitive. I am a divine light of the Most High. And so my path has been to help others with their mindset. So Dr. Perry has so graciously shared with the world that culturally, while there was trauma, there was also healing, right? And that healing consisted of 4 major pillars, which was connection, regulation through rhythm, right? Dance and song. There was storytelling, which is the mindset, and our beliefs, right? Which come from how we're not just raised, but sometimes religion and sometimes just the beliefs that we acquire in our family, right? The mindset that what we can and what we cannot do, or so we think, as well as plant medicine, right? So the herbs. And so recognizing that it takes, in order to really be well and be in alignment, it takes your mind, your body, and your soul. But it also means that it takes all 4 of those pillars. And so as a mental health professional, I realized that sometimes my clients are on a hamster wheel because we're only focused on the mind. And so I've been able to branch out to become more of a holistic therapist, right? So we're checking in about their diet, what they're they're eating, what herbs they can take, right? We're also doing yoga moves. And so I am connected with Royal Status University, where that provides the community, right? So that they don't feel alone. And when it comes to being the hugging healer, it is not only just a community connection, but a personal connection, because touch is very healing. Loving touch is very healing. And Most High has gifted me with the vessel to be able to pull, right, and help you heal, releasing whatever you need to let go of, as well as comforting you and pouring nothing but divine light and love into you. So I am so grateful to be a part of this, because this book encompasses all four of those pillars from so many different aspects. And my chapter focuses on the mind, which is meditation. And I have a QR code in the book for a guided meditation that I have been able to gift everyone. So excited.
I'm excited. Oh boy, y'all is full of fire up in here, Wow. Phew, boy. If you're just joining us, I need you to get your pen and paper out. These ladies are storing some fire out here tonight, and we want to make sure that you get your copy, your 5 copies, that is, of this amazing book that Michelle, the visionary, has put together with these amazing women. All right, Michelle, who's up next?
We have Makiva Miller.
Ooh, Makiva.
Hello, everyone. I'm Makiva. I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner over here in Southern California. My portion of the book is basically recipes about balancing and harmonizing the body, mental, spiritual, and the mental, spirit, and body. And so it's something that I was very detailed, where they can make it at home, massage oils when you're stressed, and also to help with the lymphatic system, and also with inflammation and pain. So there's a couple of recipes in there, but I was taking more of a consciousness based approach to the for the health of the individual. So, and that's it.
Yes.
Ooh,
You guys.
I'm freezing. I'm slowing down. So
you are okay.
I have some delays.
Okay.
I have some delays on my side.
You are okay, hon.
Okay.
Look, you have flown in with us, and we are happy to have you here. We'll deal with the delays. Look, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and show this information so that you can go ahead and write it down. What else? Somebody. Oh, she's back. There she is. Okay. I'm gonna share the information on how you can purchase the book. I'm glad Michelle went ahead and gave me that information, because I'm gonna put that up right now.
Tomorrow it releases. Tomorrow. The ebook is already out. Tomorrow it releases.
That means I gotta wake up at 12:01 and put my order in. Thank you so very much for letting me know, because I'm getting my copy. Now this means all y'all got, I gotta pass it around, and y'all gotta, sign off on it. But y'all heard it. Tomorrow is the big day. If you have not gotten ready, get ready. That gives you even more time to figure up the dollar signs and figure how many it's going to cost you for 5 copies. Now, these beautiful ladies out here, it's 6 of them. So my theory is everybody should get 5 copies. And you need one for yourself, one to share with somebody else, one to get to somebody that you don't know, one person that you don't even like, and just one other person in general. 5 holy healing copies that you can share with someone else. And that 5th copy, that's for you to give away for Christmas, y'all. Y'all know we're right here at the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. And have your daughters of Healing Remedies right in place with you. I am super excited. Michelle, this has been one of these, a lot of time people don't understand the process of what it takes to put such a collaboration together. You are the guru, if I may say so. I've seen you done it on multiple occasions. I've been a part of one of your collaborations as well. So I'm going to take a quick break, give you guys a chance to get a glass of water. And when we come back, Michelle, I want you to tell the folks out there, what made you decide to put this together with these amazing people? And then I want to go back around and ask these ladies what made them say yes.
All right.
Y'all ready? Michelle's going to tell us about the book, what made her put it together, and then we're going to go around the room again and say, why did you say yes? So y'all stay tuned. Get your paper, pencils, and your credit cards. Get ready, get ready, get ready. We'll be right back.
Me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
All right. We are back in the house. We have a house full of people out there in social media land. I just want to say shout out to all of you that are watching by Facebook, all of you that are watching by YouTube. But mainly, I need you to go ahead and get your books, your checkbooks, and your credit cards out and get ready. Because tomorrow is going to get real with you ordering your copies of the book. And we are fortunate to have these amazing women on tonight to tell us why you need to go ahead and get your copy. Not just one, but 5. Michelle, come on and tell the people what made you do this. And then we're going to ask these ladies, why did they say yes?
So, first of all, I am a person who has God within me. And I'm a person who have plenty of faith.
Yes.
And when he gives me something, I don't wait, because why wait? If he gave it to you, you need to run with it, right? Because you got to put faith without works is dead.
Come on.
So, but one of the things I brought it about because, and this is no way of bashing the church, no way at all. I'll repeat, I love the church. And when people ask me, we are the church. I just want us to be educated and stop saying that everything, because that's what you're normal used to. And if you want to date back to surgeries and all that different stuff, where it took place, how we got here, we know, if we just understand the connection, that things were taken away from us, stripped from us. And one of the things, I'm a HPOC us out. You know, one of the things is, if we heal ourselves, we heal our community. Our community is suffering because we're not healed. That's just how it is. We need to go back to the old traditional ways. And I thought that saying, I put the call out, even in an herbalist group, because everything comes from the herb. It's a seed, right? Even the medication that you take. But why are we dying from chronic illnesses that we don't have to? Or why are we dealing with certain mental blockages? Because, okay, you say it's spiritual, but everything ain't always the devil neither. And sometimes we have to go back to the old time way. I mean, I had people fuss about yoga. They say, oh, when it's a religion. It's not a religion. Scientifically, there are ways. If you use yoga, if you have some pain, some issues, some reflex, it can actually open and help you up. So I brought this out to get people to be mindful and to educate. It's all about educating. And one of our other contributors is Luna. She talks about how most of the people come to her who are the church for spiritual cleansing. So I'm just making the connection. We know it's out here, but I'm just saying, you know, that's how it happens. So I also have Sharenda Hines. She has just joined us as well. So yeah. So that's how this labor, I'll come out to educate and also to heal. Put these recipes out to heal. I will share, Makiva, if you don't mind. Well, what brought me out about it was, Makiva has a daughter. Um, with her recipe, her daughter had an issue with non-traditional medicines that she used. Her daughter is better. Just
That's
to
all
say,
right.
I'm just saying that. So
That's it.
sometimes we have to. And Sharonda in her story, she talked about how her grandmother taught her about how to go out and get certain herbs to help with inflammation. We all got inflammation some kind of way. So I'll be quiet
We
because
all got an issue.
I want the rest of the ladies to talk.
Well, Michelle, introduce this young lady who just joined us, and she can answer the question in her introduction of herself, because the question is, why did you say yes? So please introduce her and come on in, sister girlfriend, and tell us all about you.
So Sharonda, go ahead. And as you can see, she says she's the medicine woman. So which and she does.
All right.
One of the things, she's right down in your area, North Carolina. So
Woohoo!
Sharonda, go ahead.
Yes, my name is Sharonda Hines, and I am from Jacksonville, North Carolina. I'm part of the delegation heritage. That's my ancestry from Charleston, South Carolina, the coast here, Jacksonville. I am a board certified health practitioner. I am with HPOC University getting my PhD in holistic health, and also now to become a naturopathic doctor with energetic apathy out of Oklahoma. I got into I graduated in 2026, and I'm just excited to be part of the holistic community. I am glad to be the president for HPOC for my chapter here in Jacksonville, North Carolina. I'm here to build and educate people when it comes to holistic health and herbalism. Gina, she knows, she's been out with me out on my family's farm. Teaching her,
That's
she
all
never seen
right.
elderberries look like, getting in the nitty gritty, getting on the land to feel.
Oh,
This
wow.
is how it is when it comes to my ancestors. That land has been, for when we went down the family, the land was given to us back in the late 80s. The slaves were free, and they still, the slaves free, and they gave us that land. So Gina was able to feel that positive energy there on the land, on the field, where we have our big family farm. But when it comes to holistic health, I'm all about educating, especially our Black Indigenous people of color. Um, since I've been advertising HPOC, I've been having a lot of diversity coming aboard, rather they're white and Hispanic. They've been asking, a lot of questions coming to me, and I'm like, come on, just join the chapter. When you join the chapter, it's just I'm giving you little bits and pieces when it comes to the holistic health and the journey to heal yourself, not just to heal yourself, but heal your family.
Right.
So I'm just recruiting people to come aboard. I tell them about HPOC University. Whenever there's, any classes that Dr. Ray, when she put up there, saying that we have this sale, I tell people get up on it, get up on it and everything. But I'm just happy to be a part of you wonderful Black queens tonight. I'm just excited.
Awesome.
I could go
Well,
on and on and on, and I could get teary, and I could talk. I'm a talker. I'm
all
a
right
talker.
now. Well, we're gonna have to get together
But
if you here in North Carolina now. We got to have a lunch date or a break or something, because I want to be able
where
to.
are you located?
I'm in Greensboro.
Are you up down the road 3 hours?
There you go.
3 hours.
We can meet
Yes.
somewhere halfway in between.
Yes. I don't mind. I don't mind because that's where all the good shopping is at.
Girl, bye. That's another podcast. But we will definitely have to get together, and welcome, and so glad to hear about you. Michelle has told me a little bit about you, so I'm excited. So you can go ahead and throw the mic to somebody else, because I want to know why somebody else said yes to doing this book with Michelle. I know she's smart and she's pretty and all, but there's got to be a reason why you said yes, because some people say yeah, they'll think about it, but sometimes people are a little shy and wanting to share their knowledge and wisdom. But then some people are just, a little skeptical and they don't really want to know, what to do. So I'm just curious, why did y'all say yeah?
I was scared at first, but then I was like, you know what, bump it. I'm about to do it. I said, if this is what the universe had for me, this is what's going to be for me and my lineage. And that's what I did. I had to do it. It's either you're in or you're out, and I did it. And I'm proud that I did it. I'm
You
proud
better
that I
say
put
so.
out. I'm proud that I put out some ancestral lineage out to the world. I am proud that I get to share my actual real life situations when it came into my chapter. I'm glad that I was able to share that with people because, like here in Eastern North Carolina, like I said in the book, you got 1 minute the weather don't know if it's coming or going. 1 minute you got hot, humid summers. The next minute is ice storms and it's cold. And the first time I ever, lived in Arkansas, I never experienced negative 14 degrees before in my life until I got there. So that was like, okay, we gotta get into lung health. A lot of people, when it comes to these cold weathers, they're getting pneumonia and doing this and doing that and going to the emergency rooms and they want to intubate them and give them all these, bacteria resistant antibiotics that doesn't work. It doesn't work. I hate it. I worked in medical ICU for a year. It doesn't work. It doesn't work
Wow.
with these people. So it's like I need to put in my remedies for the lung and herbs for the winter season to help folks. Like I just need to put it out there. If somewhere I know you got social media. You got social media, you can put so much of social media, but when you have it hard copy right in your bedroom, they're gonna always go back to the book and they're gonna look at the healers that's in the book and they're gonna learn from the healers and that book can get passed on to their generation to generation. So
Awesome. Awesome.
I said I was just gonna do it. I jumped in.
Awesome.
I jumped in it.
All right. Somebody else tell me why they decided to say yes. I know Michelle twisted your arm behind your back and told you to have no choice.
I was gonna say you don't say no to Michelle. That's just how it goes down. When Michelle says, "Will you?" You just say yes, and you do it.
You do it.
Dr. Hammond over there. I mean, and also it's divinely ordered. Like it is what is necessary. I'm really big on recapturing a lot of the information that has been lost because of the transatlantic slave trade, because of our history in America as Black folks and other indigenous peoples. We have really lost our guidebooks, right?
That's
We've
right.
lost a lot of the storytellers and the narratives that used to be passed down from generation to generation to generation. And luckily, there's a rebirth. There's a cultural renaissance that's occurring. And we are trying to tap back in and reconnect to our natural healing practices, right? That's just happening all across the country, all across the world. And so with a book like this gives us the opportunity to capture our information so we can hand it down to the generation that comes behind us and the generation after that and the generation after that. We need that information because for far too long we've suffered from health disparities because we've been disconnected from our culturally relevant healing modalities. And so this book is the answer to that. And of course, you just don't say no to Michelle. Again, I'll end with that.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm a little scared of Michelle, if you can't tell.
I'm telling you.
Oh,
I'm with you, Doc. I'm with you. I'm a little afraid of it too, I don't never say no. I go for it. But you have brought some good
Miss Michelle
points.
got that big energy.
Yeah, I mean, but you brought some great points. There's things that we in society have lost because of all of the various transitions and the various different cultures, the very different mindsets, the things that people do not want to search out and find the truth about. There's been a whole lot. And so to have someone like Michelle put this together with the amazing people, like she said, like how she introduced you, you all have your own individual real jobs, if you will, but you have the real gifts of your job to be able to share with us. And that's how I look at it. I look at nothing that we do as a career. I'm not talking about jobs, because some of us just have jobs, but some of us have careers that we're able to bring in our passion and our gifts that God has given to us. And that's what I'm looking at tonight. You ladies are using your gifts even in the marketplace and all around the world. So what better place to put it together than in a phenomenal book with Michelle B. Hammond? Because when she says, will you just say yes. That's gonna be your new motto, Michelle. When Michelle says, will you just say yes. Okay. Now, to those of you who are still just joining us, I don't know why y'all late, because y'all know I'm a time person. But if you're just joining us, I need you to go ahead and get your checkbooks ready. I need you to write down all this information, because you will be buying 5 copies of this amazing book that Michelle and these beautiful women have put together, because you need to get some healing in your life, and they got the recipes just for you. So somebody else tell me why you said yes. I'll tell you, y'all on a fire roll right now. I'm just excited.
I'll go.
All right.
When I went into my master's program, I realized then when I was doing my research that I didn't necessarily agree with some of the modalities and the research that they were doing. And as I began to do my senior project for mental health, once I got my first real job in intensive in-home therapy, I realized the Black experience, more specifically, was not in alignment with a lot of the treatment. Not to say that mental health services are not needed. However, the Black experience is different.
It is.
And
So
when I began to do the research behind, I discovered epigenetics during that time, and how cognitively we respond to different things and how we interact on a day-to-day basis. My spirit, it was a tug of war daily. And the science behind why we do what we do and how we respond to mental health, even now within the constructs of the Black family, I wanted to do it differently in a way that we could relate, and bringing us back again to our ancestral ways. And so I coined myself as the trap self-care therapist, meaning I meet clients where they are and being advocates for themselves in their mental, spiritual, and physical aspects of their well-being, because as we all know that the three cannot work together. When one area is broken, the other area is broken. But what epigenetics helped me do was mesh the holistic and the mental health practice together to better serve the community that I come from, to make it less taboo, but also bringing awareness to our more not non-traditional healings, but our traditional healings, and making it a comfortable experience for my clients. And so when Michelle called me and asked me to do this project, I was actually going through some turmoil of my own. Y'all got to read the book to catch it.
all right.
I honestly didn't feel ready, but she and Dr. Ray Queen, they were like, why not now? You got something to birth. And so the more I leaned into it and didn't run from it, that's how my chapter was developed. And I'm so honored to walk alongside each one of these beautiful women and be promoting this holistic health, because it is not alternative medicine. It is not non-traditional medicine. It is traditional medicine, and it works.
Awesome. Hey, I'm telling y'all one thing. Y'all, we all know it's because you can't say no to Michelle, but it's how she put it out there though. She lets you know that like Dr. Ray Queen said, it is a part of the timing. Timing is strategic. And I do not believe that God would have allowed her to have even brought y'all together if it wasn't needed for a time and a season as this. All right, y'all sanctified folks, y'all know I'm going to go there for you. There is a time and a season for all things. So if it's all things and it's time for us to go back to learning our heritage and learning what we're supposed to be using, then why not now? And after all, if Michelle said it, you might as well go ahead and go along with it. I mean, I'm just saying. That's, yeah, look, somebody's out there saying, y'all picking on Michelle. No, we ain't picking on Michelle. It's the truth. When you get into a conversation, either she will provoke you to do it or she'll make you go, why didn't I do it? There's something about God's time that he always brings his people together when it's time for something for us as a people. And learning about our, like you said, our culture, we have been, how do I say this nicely? We've been pushed to the other eras of the world and not being allowed to go through what we really are supposed to be doing. And so having this book and having you ladies give of what God has given to you, because I do believe it's a God-given talent. I don't care how anybody phrases it. God gave you the instructions in your mind how to do it, right? He put you together, right? So if he put you together, then it must have been something that he needed y'all to give back to the people. Got to give the people what we need right now is you. And so I got a song for something, But, you got to give the people what is going to what's going to heal us. I mean, it's the true fact of the matter. And so I'm listening to you guys. I can't wait, child. I can't. Look, y'all better get them 5 books because it's going to be a bestseller, maybe a double bestseller, whatever that's called in the booking industry. But this is going to be something that you need to put on your bookshelves and not let it catch dust, but for you to utilize it on a daily basis. All right, which one of these other ladies want to tell me why you said yes, other than Michelle twisted your arm? Why did you say yes?
I'll go. So when Michelle reached out to me, it was everything that I do is I check in with spirit, with source, and it was an automatic yes. It wasn't because I said yes. It wasn't because we've developed this amazing bond and relationship. I said, spirit is, spirit, is this meant for me? And the answer was yes. That was first and foremost, and then everything else came after.
That's good.
And so being able to see that, again, those 4 pillars for me are so important, understanding that we need more than just this or more than just that. We need a combination, right? Because we are multifaceted beings. And so understanding all of that, to be able to find that in one book, and each one of us bring a different specialization of those 4 pillars for me that are so important: connection, regulation. We have sound healing in there. Oh, wow. The mind, the plant medicine, like you can't deny what this is. And so for me, it was significant on a personal level, because as you walk on this journey and you are accepting of your gifts, you are also unsure of them at the time. You are also protecting them because you're concerned about whether the world is going to receive them. Ooh, but the gifts weren't given to you, they were given to you for others. And so this was me stepping out to give the gift that was put into me to give to others. And so I know in the church, they say they lay hands, right? That's the healing hands, but I have healing arms. And I said, what other place to apply these healing arms than in a community of other healers, right? So it was important for me to be able to stand in my power. And Michelle, I thank you for providing this sacred space for me to be able to do that. To stand in what this gift that God has not even just given to me, but given through me to give to others.
Come on,
so
now.
Being around you women is just empowering for each one of us, I believe, or I'm just speaking for myself, to be able to stand more strongly, to be able to share what it is that we know, not what we think, not what we believe, but what we live, what we practice, and what we know. And that's what, yes.
Oh, fire. Okay, I'm stopping. I'm not going to start saying again. But this is what I'm talking about. When you put 2 sticks together and you light a match to it, what do you get? Fire. So look at y'all. Y'all are lighting the fuel and lighting the fire for someone else out there, for us to be able to gravitate to what we know is the truth, but we didn't have anybody else to really tell us. Now y'all gonna tell us the truth. Now we can act on what we know. And like you say, it takes a village. They tell us it takes a village to what? Raise a child. It takes a village to incorporate and educate our people, because that's what we're all about here on Elevated Not Tolerant, on Uncensored Conversation. It's time for us to be embraced and educated and empowered to know that we're not elevated and tolerated by all of the circumstances in the world. You ladies are bringing us the power that we need. You're bringing us the education that we need. And the doctor said, hey, she is hugging us with it. So what you going to do with it? You can't deny what God has already put in you to do the great works that you're doing. And I welcome Miss Shanika. Welcome. When I tell you, I'm excited. Y'all are just feeling the atmosphere. I don't know about y'all. I know what we say, but if you cannot feel the shift that has happened in the last 48 minutes in this atmosphere, then I gotta ask you something. What you working with? Because we're working with healing. The daughters of the healing is in the house on today. So, Michelle, go ahead. Now, we got to get this young lady introduced. I mean, she just popped up out of nowhere like, bam, here she is. So let's get her in here. Let me introduce her to us. Let me hear what her part of this is. And she can tell us why she said yes. And then we'll go back over here to Miss April and to Miss Makiva.
So Shanika, I'm going to tell you, she's a very special lady too as well. When I first met her over a year ago, she had a retreat. And when you talk about fire, I left from that retreat so empowered between her and the Hug and Healer here. Oh, and Dana, I see Dana's on here too. When I first met them, they picked me up in the train station. And one thing, it's about connection. Both of us had on the X. Both of us had on Shanika. Shanika said, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on? We come to get healing." So Shanika, you don't remember that, but I remember it all just so well. Wow. I left from that retreat, from that overnight retreat. I was on fire for 3 days. So I'm just thinking about that, Shanika. This is what made me do this. This is what made me do this, from attending the conference that you had that day. And this too, and also with God, who telling me this is where that fire started from. So like what you're feeling now, I don't know, audience, if you're picking it up, because I can't even keep still sitting here in this chair right now. And one thing that Sandy said too, that sometimes we be afraid to use our gifts because of what people are not receptive of the gifts, but you totally missing out. Like you said, laying of the hands. I haven't used my training in Reiki for over a year and a half, but one of my coworkers a couple months back could not walk, and the person said, the spirit said, "Go touch her," and I was like, "You serious?" Because I'm like, "You serious?" And I went to her. I said, "Well, do you need some healing?" She was like, she couldn't literally stand up. So I took her in the room. I did some EFT, which is emotional freedom technique. And I went to go lay my hands and I prayed. Yes, I prayed. Within 40 seconds, she stood straight up.
Wow.
Within 40 seconds. So that's what I'm saying. When you know that you call, and it does scare us sometimes because the world is not always receptive, because everything they feel is everything is witchcraft or you're the devil or whatever else. It's just him using you, and he's just him. I'm a willing vessel. I'm an open vessel, and I always ask that I'm a willing vessel to. He placed these gifts within me, and we supposed to be helpers of our one another's, right? Of our sisters and our brothers. And we see them. So this is what this is about. So yes, Queen Shanika, go ahead.
I say amen. I say yes. The co-host with her amazing energy, Queen
Queen, you have a beautiful podcast and you just make us feel so welcome. So first of all, thank you for having all of us up here. And I wanted to work with Michelle because her energy is amazing. And so she's seen all these beautiful things in me, but honey, I've seen all the beautiful things in you. And because of you being a reflection of me, I am able to continue to do the work that I do.
That's right.
This environment, this platform right here is what makes us the foundation, the opening, and the way, because each one of us has such amazing gifts to bring. I'm so honored. I am so honored. I am so honored. I am so honored. My name is Shanika Marie. I am a vibrational healer. I am a woman of God first. I'm a professional counselor. I am a master shaman. I'm a Reiki master teacher. I'm a certified dowser. I'm an archangel light practitioner. I'm an author. I'm a sound healer. I'm the founder of I Am Queen Status, and I am Royal Status. So I'm doing some things. I've had about 10 retreats. And I just want to be a reflection of each and every one of you because we are reflections of each other. And y'all, I'm having a beautiful dinner right now with one of my sisters. We're talking about doing a beautiful video for my music. And I'm just in the chat listening to you guys. You guys are amazing. I've heard Gina speak before, and every time I'm like, you better speak. You the trap self-care. You better. I made a table like, Queen, you better speak. And my soror sister Sandy, the hug and healer, always comes with the fire. And y'all, what you see her say is what she lives. My God. So Michelle is my new sister. When we first met, we clicked. It was such an amazing level because I see the God within her. And I'm going to stop right there. But just thank you, co-host. No, the host. Girl, your podcast is amazing. And we need you to continue to spread the word. We need you to continue to do what you do. I am so honored to be up here with you, my beautiful sister. Thank you so much for allowing me in this space, in this opportunity. You are amazing. And I thank you.
See, Michelle, if you don't get these people off my podcast trying to make me cry today, thank you.
We got to get flowers, Queen. We got to get flowers. If we are not giving flowers to each other, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? We're not doing enough.
We're not doing
Come
enough.
on, y'all.
I'm gonna say this again. Ever since I'm like you, ever since I first met Michelle, on that first phone call, it was like, wait a minute. This chick is for real. Even we met in an unconditional, a strange. I don't know how to phrase it, Michelle. But anywho, I'm just gonna say we met under some interesting circumstances that really had brought us to this place. And I gotta give hats off to her. I mean, and it is always my honor to. I love supporting people that I know have a true purpose, and their true intentions is to better other people. And so I pride myself on that. But sometimes, like you say, sometimes you don't get that. People don't get that. They want to use it to their advantage. I'm using it because I believe that we all have something to. If God has put us on this planet, He's given us the power to be educating other people in some form or fashion. And if nothing else, if we're nothing but divine connectors to push other people to their next, what are we really truly here for? Because it's not all about being, I'm a pulpit. Yep. I'm a pastor, whatever. But guess what? Before I was even that, I was still trying to push people. I was still trying to make people understand how important it is to absorb what you have to give back to the community, give back to the people. Because your struggles just didn't come out there. They came to help you empower other people with your knowledge and your wisdom. And again, this book is going to do that. Your presence here on my show today is pushing other people. There are people that are watching from behind the scenes that didn't have a clue. but now they're being empowered by your words. Just to see the connection that each one of you have in this room and the divine connection that we are making tonight, that speaks volume in our community, especially us right here, because we've always been known that we can't get along. What the heck you talking about? We can get along if it's a divine purpose in place. And we have a divine purpose in place. And that's why we're here tonight together, because it is an uncensored conversation, because we are elevated and not tolerated. We're standing on what we know is the truth, and we're giving it back to the people. So I am honored. I am honored. I'm going to keep, look, y'all better get y'all checkbooks. Y'all don't be sleeping on my sisters. Y'all may have overlooked them in the past, but you need to wake up and smell some more coffee, because baby, they coming for you with the truth. That's all I got to say. Yeah, so you can see, sis, you got me stirred up. It made me cry too. See, it made me make us on my eyes. But I am thankful. I am thankful and honored to have you guys on my first show for my birthday month. What are you talking about? Hey. So I got to have some good energy for the rest of for this month and going on to the next year. So I got to have you in the house. So Miss Makiba, tell us why you said yes. I know Michelle put your arm behind your back, and I know she had your hand to hold up the other hand. But tell me why you said yes.
Michelle is amazing. She's very amazing. I can have a bad day and all of a sudden she'll call and it changed the whole mood of the day, and I'm ready to go. But the reason why I said yes, because God said no more no's. So when she
that's good right there. Woo, right there.
He said no more no's.
No more
because
no's.
The thing is, a lot of times we put our purpose and our calling and we set it down because we get caught up in everyday life, working 9 to 5, and we lay it down. And so He'll allow situations to happen where we have to pick it back up and use it and move forward with it. But sometimes we still, situations happen, we put it down again. But this time in my situation, it was pick it back up and not set it down again. So it was no more no's. And I was at work right before Michelle called me with this to present this project to me. A woman came into the shop. I work for an all-natural skincare company, and she came to me and never seen this woman before. She haven't came back in there, but she said, women are no longer at the tail. We're at the head of the lion. And we need to stop building up companies for other people when God has already put the gift and the talent in us. And it's time for us to act on it. And this is the season for that. And Michelle called me the next day with this project. And it was I couldn't say no. I couldn't fix my lips to say no. I had to say yes. I was scared. I was second guessing myself because I am coming from the knowledge of Ayurvedic, which is a Indian holistic practice. But I said, you know what? I use these practices in clinicals. I used it for my daughter. It works. And then I'm learning the traditional practice also from my mom, which she still practiced the African traditional way and also the Native American way. So now we implement and we bring it together. And so it's whatever I have that don't work, she may have, and she can implement something. And if she has something that don't work, I can implement the herbs from that practice, and we just work together that way.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's amazing. And also these women have so much knowledge. So when I go back and read their chapters, it's like amazing. So we can all implement something into our practice to help others, because now I'm building clientele, but they're from all cultures. They're from all races. They don't care if it's African practice. They don't care if it's Ayurvedic practice. They don't care if it's Native American or Chinese medicine. They just want to be helped and want to be healed. So, that's a blessing. And it's a blessing. And these women are uplifting, they're encouraging, and they all like a mentor to me because it's amazing.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something now. I know we got Miss April. She got to tell me why she said yes. But look, this is the thing. Y'all messing with me. And Michelle, did you tell them our conversation or something? Because they are right in it. I am no longer holding back what I got to do.
Wow.
I've been doing some things, but I'm not holding back anything. Thank you, Michelle B. Hammond. MB. She the real goat on tonight, y'all. Y'all give her a round of applause for my friend the goat, Michelle B. Because I'm telling you, there are people like her and Kay Clark. She's out there tonight, and my good friend Carrie Price. They give me such valuable energy. They speak to those places that push me to keep going on. And listening to you ladies tonight, I'm sure you gotta have a group or something where I can be a part of the group just so we can have a daily motivational tip from everybody or something, because y'all are giving out. Look, you never know what somebody else is going through, right? You never know what somebody else is going through. And look, I got chills coming, so I know what that means. My head's itching too. I know what that means too. See, this is the thing. You never know what somebody's going through. And when you start hearing the atmosphere, when you begin to hear God downloading to people that have no idea what you have been through or what you were going through, and they can spark some energy back up into you. You don't know my story, and you don't know my story. You don't know what I'm going through or what I have been through. But to listen to you all tonight, just the reason why you're doing what you're doing, it's pushing me and saying, yeah, okay, Coach K, I heard you over there. Hey, Carrie, I heard you over there. Michelle, yep, you've been talking to that get up and do spirit. But tonight, thank you, because you're going to see Victoria M. Holland, elevated, not tolerated, go to another level because of your energy that you have shared tonight. Nothing can hold us down. There's no more no's. There's no more excuses. I preached that a couple of weeks ago. No more excuses. It's time to get on the train. I was gonna say something else, but you know how some folks don't believe stuff. But when you get on this train of energy and you start feeling it, the atmosphere tonight in my room is vibrating with the spirits, the Holy Spirit that is coming through you all, right? Because this is the thing. People can call it what they want. I'm going to say this again, and Miss April, I'm going to throw the mic to you at that point. You can say what you want to say, but I know when I hear God speaking. That ain't because I got no title either, because I had it before I had a title. I know when I hear God speaking. It was not by coincidence that Michelle and I talked a couple of months ago. And I said, hey, yeah, can you be on the show? And she said, yes. See, it's not by coincidence. It's by God's divine assigned time, right? And when we begin to work in that atmosphere, when we are fully hearing what God is doing and he's pushing the buttons, it's time for us to push. It's time. The babies are inside of us need to be birthed. The crowning process is here. Let's push these babies out, because there's somebody out there that's waiting for you, and even those of you that are watching tonight to go to your next level. Why? Because the daughters of Healing Remedies and Recipes is in the house on tonight. My friend, Miss April, tell me why you said yes. I know you have a good reason.
Well, if you all don't know or did not know, the common theme tonight has been timing and God's timing. And I'm gonna try to keep myself together. But let me tell you, I don't even know Michelle. Michelle can confirm it. Me and Michelle don't know each other. It was just one day I was on Facebook, can't remember what I looked up, and happened to run across her name and what she was doing. We still haven't met face to face or anything.
Wow.
But I'm on a journey in my life where my last child has gone to college a couple months ago. And I always said through the years, once my kids are gone, whatever they're doing, college, I want to be in education. Want to be able to educate people. So I was at a place where, with all of my experience as a massage therapist and in healing and everything else, and wanting to be an author, how can I bring all of that together? And I happened to run across Michelle's information on Facebook. Then I think right after that, probably not even a month, I think Michelle, she asked me about the book. And I'm like, hold on now. This is all falling into line at the right time for me. And we're coming up on a time with so much happening in the world that there is going to have to be documented alternative forms of medicine. It's coming. It's coming. So whatever we can get out there, we've got to get it out there. We've got to get others to get theirs out there. Things are going to change.
Say it again, sis, because somebody in the back didn't hear you. That's the truth. Things are changing.
People want something different. People need something different. And they want a more personal type of connection and a more personal type of healing. It may come a time that people can't get to the doctor.
Come on now. Come on. Say so.
I learned in being a massage therapist and a class I took years ago and being a part of this group with Michelle, there are literally so many. I'm from West Virginia, the straight country, right? So many weeds I used to play with as a kid that I was attracted to. And I'm like, you mean like those things I should throw at my brother all the time? Those are actually can be made into a healing tea. My mom would pick things like poke salad and all different, different. Hear what he's saying. Hear what he's saying.
That's it.
Whatever, this is just your beginning of what's getting ready to happen. Know at this day and this time you're needed. The knowledge you've gained, it's going to be needed. Because all those prescription medications and other things that we do and use, I can tell you, I can't even take medication. If I have a problem with hay fever, at 52 years old, I have to take children's grape flavored liquid Benadryl, and that makes me hallucinate. That's embarrassing.
Girl.
Funny too. I can't take medication.
Honey.
I had a C-section. The doctor gave me medication for pain. She said it won't make you sleepy. I had to call her back. This is making me sleepy. So I have no tolerance for medication prescriptions anyway. It's coming a time. Prepare yourself. Prepare your people. Share whatever you have. Because this is just the first thing that you're writing in this field. Okay, I'm going to stop. But God is good.
Come on now. You better speak, lady. You better tell it. Because see, this is the thing. You are so right. There is so many things, and my parishioners that out there, my people of unity, faith, and praise. Y'all know we've been talking about this. Why people don't want to know the truth? They want to. Michelle, I'm giving put it in the ponytail. You know that means business. I'm just saying. Because I feel it. I feel it in my pinky toe. So we get to the point that we do not want to hear the truth. Right? And what you ladies are given is the truth. When before I saved and sanctified, I say it nicely. I'm saying it nicely. When we talk about fasting, what do? You go back to the naturals, do you not? When we say we're doing the fastings, so people out there that are watching, stop talking against stuff that you don't have evidence for or educated in. Because we got some educated folk in the house on today. So when you talk about going back and doing fasting, and I'm not going to eat no packaged foods, and I'm not eating this and that. Do you not know that you're going back to your roots? And this, look at what the ladies are telling y'all. So stop kicking against them and ask them for more information. Michelle, you already know how I am about this subject. Yeah, people need to get real from the pulpit to the corner store. Get your act together and hear the truth. Search the truth. Ask God for direction of the truth.
That's right.
Because some of the things that they're now, the things that they're talking about, if you search the scriptures, it's in the Bible. Why y'all hating when you should be participating in what is truth? We have a saying that's going around there: eat the meat, leave the bones. Well, if it don't suit your appetite, leave the bones. Just take the meat. I'm here tonight taking some meat that's going to fill my soul. I don't know about y'all, but there's some things happening in this atmosphere. Look, y'all know I got to go to bed at some time tonight. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you, what you are putting out tonight. Miss April, you are telling the truth. There are things that are happening in this world. We're not gonna have time to go to the drugstore and get a bottle of Bare aspirin. You better know how to. I have very low tolerance myself. I'm a diabetic by diagnosis. I have hypertension by diagnosis. By diagnosis. Y'all hear what I said, right? I have a bulging disc by diagnosis. I have arthritis by diagnosis. But what I have, but even better than that, is common sense to know that God will provide me what I need to take care of all of this. And how do I not know that? And what's in the book? It's in the book. It's in y'all's book. Hello? It's in your book. This volume 1. Michelle, I keep hearing volume 2 and 3. Sorry, you already know. I'm just hearing volume 2 and 3. So line them up, get them ready. Line them up, get them ready. And look, I'm going to have the first dabs at you being revealed on. You know how we roll, Michelle. But this is the thing. You have got to get to a point where you actually understand what is happening right now. Come on, Kay, that's it. And this is the thing. We got to start looking at things from a real perspective. I'm not going to say a different perspective, but from a real perspective. We got different all day long, but do you have the real? It's something about having the real knowledge, the real wisdom. Each one of you ladies tonight have said, yes, I've studied this, I have this, but I'm doing this in conjunction with. What does that tell me? That you're using your knowledge to even better other people. That's what we're supposed to be doing. We are our brother's keeper. Michelle, write volume 2 and 3. Get them ready. Go ahead and put the information out there. Let the people sign up. Get your other crew together. Make these ladies write another chapter for volume 2 and 3, and go ahead and sell it. Just sell the series. And you're going to be on here telling about it, because I believe in what you're talking about. I believe it. Yeah, people can say all day long, well, you know, you a pastor. Yeah, I am, and I believe in telling the truth, because that's what God loves. I don't know about y'all. If you don't like the truth, please don't come to People, Unity, Faith, and Praise. Please don't come to Uncensored Conversation. Please don't come to Elevate and Not Tolerate It, because that's all you're going to get is the truth. If I didn't believe in what Michelle is doing with this project, Michelle would not be on my show. Hello, Michelle. She didn't have to put my arm behind my back and make me put her on the show. She told me about the project. That's what got you on the show. So I'm just saying to you that are watching tonight, I'm putting the information back up here again. I need you to, at 12:01, stay up. You're going to stay up late all night anyway, watching football game. You're going to stay up all night talking about somebody. Why not stay up at 12:01 and go ahead and purchase your book? 5 copies. Some of y'all are going to stay up all night talking about what's wrong with Michelle's collaboration. I got a better idea. Go ahead and buy an extra copy so you can do the research behind it and try to prove these ladies wrong. How about that? Buy a copy just to try to prove them wrong and find out what you're going to do. Buy you a copy just to try to prove them wrong. And then send Michelle a letter saying, this is what I found wrong with your book. Find it. Michelle, I guarantee you, they're going to get that extra copy and nobody's going to reach out to you and tell you that it's wrong. Who wants to fight against me? Bring it. Because I just believe it. I mean, I'm just, this is, y'all have just really, I don't even know how I'm going to sleep tonight. Y'all know I stay up at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning as it is, Michelle. Oh my God.
I just want to say, you have just confirmed again, and I'm going to go to Queen status down the bottom. I had said this to her last week about, I see a part 2 to this. I see a part 2 to this. And I also see a retreat out of this for the anniversary year for next year around this time.
That part.
Yeah. We just had an awesome retreat that I did. Again, it's to affiliate with mind, body, and soul. It's to bring that connection. We did therapeutic stuff. We did it all. I just what I'm just saying. I mean, back, these tears are flowing back here. Because when you know, I have been challenged. I've been called everything underneath the sun. You know, just because you don't believe in something, But as you said, I always go back to biblical with them, with it, because I know I've been to minister school myself, ordained as well. I had someone talk about, I'm not coming to your retreat because
Bye.
I'm not coming to your retreat because she practiced them sound bowls. And I've been doing this retreats for like next year will be 15 years. Over 800 women have been served. And I had someone say, well, Michelle, you're absolutely right. This person said they're not coming to your retreat because you use them old sound bowls. I said, well, I will say to that person, I'll just give them from the analogy, and pastors, you can correct me. I think God gave Saul a spirit, right? And David used the lyre, because we always say the harp, but it actually was the lyre.
Come on now.
And when he played it, what happened to that spirit?
Come on.
It moved out.
That's what I'm talking about.
Jacob, before he became Israel, I do believe. Now, I'm not a person who talk about crystals or whatever else. Like I said, everybody have their own connection, their own whatever. But I think the breastplate had...
Shut up. Whew. I'm sorry.
And if the case may be, if that case, we're not supposed to be wearing jewelry, or what we shouldn't, but I think the rocks, those become jewels.
Come on.
But will I go back to Jacob again?
Go back to him.
Wrestle with God all night, right? He wrestled with him all night. Did he or did he not? He had a lip, right? Whew. So don't say that I don't have God in me, because I know scriptures can give them to you.
Come on.
But when he got up in the morning, he got tired. He laid his head upon the rock. So my question is, you want to go to Israel and see where this place is, but he blessed the rock when he got up. I'm just saying, it's little things like that we have to be mindful for. Stop saying that these practices and stuff, the streets are paved with gold and rubies, jaspers, all of that type of stuff. Ooh. And then for those who, now I'm not saying those with numerology, all of that, astronomy, even at the birthday we celebrate in December. Did the Magi's not watch the star to get to? I'm just saying.
Don't make me get up out my chair, because you know I will.
I'm just saying, these are the things that we must search. Again, it was King James that we don't know. Has anybody been back to tell you that? You just know what's written. But I know the stories, those are those storytellings.
That's it.
Where that part. So the Magi's followed the star. What's that? I'm just saying. And I'll drop the mic on that.
We're going to drop the mic and say, look, y'all, if you got a question about what's happening, I
even got one better for him too. I got something else better for him the other night. The other night in Maryland, all over my Facebook page, I seen people posting the Northern Lights. You out there watching the stars. Woo, that part. You watching the sky.
Little star.
I'm just saying, you watching, and that's all because of know the education why the Northern Lights happen. That is because the geometric energies flowed.
Break it down, Michelle.
In the magnetic field, which in everything is energy. Girl. I'm just saying.
Girl.
I know what I'm talking about.
That's
what I'm saying. People just assume that everything is demonic or it's witchcraft, but it's the truth. As you said earlier, study to show yourself approved.
Come on now. If you can't, this is me, Michelle, and I said this to people who into Faith and Praise this morning. I said it, I think I've been saying it Dr. Queen. I'm just gonna call you Dr. Queen over there. I've been saying this for a few weeks in the ministry. If you can't show me where it's right or wrong in the Bible, shut your mouth. Keep silence. Shut it down. He said, if you want wisdom, what you got to do? So instead of putting things down that you do not understand, how about pick up a book? Pick up the Bible. Pick up this book. This right here, Daughters of Healing. Y'all got to get your purchase, make your purchase. Put them beside each other and see if you can't find what. Tell me again, Michelle, put a challenge out there. Somebody just buy a book to prove Michelle wrong. How about that?
Yeah.
Buy the book to prove her wrong, so I can bring all of y'all back on the show, so y'all can show them where it's right. I'm crazy like that. See, I got crazy faith. See, this is the thing. When you know, without a shadow of a doubt, what God is doing in this season, if you're too busy worrying about what Sister Sally did, instead of asking Sister Sally, do you need some healing? Do you need a comforting word? My sister with the hug, do you need a hug? I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all. But I'm all about wisdom. I'm all about finding the truth. Show me the evidence. Honey, I'm a migraine sufferer. My sister up there, she gonna show me how to get rid of this headache. Bam, thank you, ma'am. I ain't thinking about you. Look, until you can prove it wrong in the Bible, tell me it's wrong. There's some things that people, and I'm saying this is my show. I can say what I want to say. That's why I like it. There's some of you out there talking smack about stuff that you ain't got no business talking about because you're just as wrong as Rain. Well, Rain ain't wrong. You're just as wrong as you can be. If you have not studied the word to show it wrong, then shut your mouth. I want to say something else so bad. Shut your mouth. I need a hug every day, sis. There's some days if somebody would just come up and my grandson who is autistic, he comes to hug me every day to tell me, Nana, I just love you. Do you know what that hug does for me for the rest of my day? It shifts my atmosphere. What is y'all talking about? If y'all do not understand anything else that these ladies have said tonight, I'm just going to say, prove them wrong. And come on, I give you a free ticket to come on. Well, wait a minute. And be careful what you say about my friend Michelle, because you might get my alternate ego, because Michelle, you don't play. I'm just saying. But if you can prove her wrong, come on my show and let's do it. I'll bring these ladies back with Michelle, and we will challenge you to show us wrong. Show it wrong. Please show me. Because some of you need to have an awakening. Some of you are dying in your ways, and you're doing all these other things. You're taking everything that is not helping you. You're taking everything else that's not helping you. How about try what's in the book? Put it beside the Bible. You can Google it. You can chat GPT it. You can find it and have a comparison. Let me compare this passage from the book of Michelle B. Hammond and crew, and let me compare it with what's over here. And it says, wait a minute. She said this, and there's a scripture to back it up. What you talking about? If y'all want to get that technical. See, I don't have people on my show that I don't trust with their knowledge. Queen, if I ain't trust Michelle, y'all wouldn't be on my show. We talk about the sound. Oh, you doing the sound? Girl, what do you talk about when the lady played the Safari at my installation service? It was a sound. It's the sound that changed the atmosphere. What is you talking about? We play drums and pianos and tambourines. Is that not a sound? Okay. Michelle, you're going to get me kicked out the church. And I just got installed. Oh, Lord. Oh, well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. It is what it is. Ladies, you have blessed my whole entire spirit on tonight. And usually, Michelle know me, but about 45 minutes into the show, if I ain't finished, you would have been seeing me like this. And we're an hour and a half into the show, y'all. I haven't done an hour and a half show, and I can't tell you when, Michelle. Why? Because I need the energy. And that's what you ladies have given to me tonight. Look, if y'all are sitting out there tonight, because I'm gonna let everybody have a final words, but I want to put this information out here because at 12:01, the ones of y'all that stand up talking about your sisters and brothers, eating bonbons and cuckoos, sucking on whatever you sucking on, candy canes, I don't know, whatever and you ain't hugging nobody. At 12:01, the link below is waiting for you. Get your credit cards out. Get your checkbook. I don't know. Michelle might have Cash App. I don't know. Reach out. Tell them, Kay. God knows what you need. Tell them, Kay. You got to understand. Right here is another resource. Eat the meat. Throw away the bones. If it don't apply to you, keep it moving. Keep it moving. If you don't want to cook it, get a piece of popcorn. I don't know. Get something out of this book right here. Feed me. Here's the information. And if anybody's crazy enough to come up against them and say that it ain't so, call me. I got you. We'll do a rebuttal show. On my job, they teach us how to do rebuttals. I'm the biggest rebuttal in the What you say? Michelle, my girl, the goat, my friend.
Appreciate you, sis.
You have brought it tonight.
Appreciate y'all.
They said you wouldn't make it. They said you wouldn't be here today. They said you amount to anything. But girl, you here tonight. That's all I got to say. Thank you, my friends. All of my new friends, thank you for being with me on tonight. Thank you for being a part of Michelle's entourage. I am so grateful that you are with us tonight and that you are a part of this amazing book. I can't wait to see part 2 and part 3. I know it's going to be a blessing. Michelle, go ahead and book me down so I can go ahead and get to save my ducket so I can be at the retreat. I got to be at this one. Okay, Michelle, go ahead and book it.
We got you.
You're a private one. Don't tell everybody. Just let the good folks come.
That's
some of us that need it. The retreat.
You good. You
but
good.
We thank you.
I just want to say to the team, this could not be possible without you all, and I just love you guys so much.
Amazing.
I appreciate you guys so much. I do for following the vision. Yeah, and to share these gifts of wisdom. There's just so much wisdom in here because I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow. So it's very informative. And I had said, so I think April's gone, but when April talked about those headaches, I never looked at a headache. We just look at a headache just being a headache, right? But did you know there's different types of headaches?
Yes. Woo.
I mean, it's just that we talk about parsley. I look at parsley in a whole different way. Somebody has something about parsley. I talk about how my bath time is my time for me, and how I do. I mean, it's just so much. You just have to get it. But I just want to say to the team, I love you guys. Yes. I give you your flowers. I got y'all. I love y'all. Love y'all. Thank you so much.
Yes. I'm going to have to bring all of them back individually, Michelle.
Yes.
Y'all some tight chicks up in here. I love all of y'all spirits. I'm gonna see y'all making me want to talk some more. When each one of you are talking, I'm listening. I'm listening for your spirits. I'm listening for what your anointing is. That's where I'm at. And when I hear the anointing coming out of your voice and not just words, that's how I know you're changing. Because you ain't got to be behind a pulpit to have an anointing. That ain't where it's at. You ain't got to be on the sanctified pew every Sunday to have an anointing. That's not where it's at. What does God download to you is your anointing. Your anointings and your gifts. And as I was listening to each one of y'all talk, that's why I like to go in and say, you say what you got to say, because I can hear you. Michelle, they some good folks you got with this one, girl. They's keepers. They some keepers in this bunch right here.
Yes.
Yes,
And that's why, and
indeed.
that's what it's about, edifying each other. Because
Yes.
that's what I told them. I said, and I did tell you guys, I said, there'll be opportunities that'll open up for you through this. So you heard it itself right here. So Victoria, reach out to her. Your
Yes.
messages, they need to be heard, and
Yes.
elevated, not tolerated, is a place for them to go. So
Yes, ma'am. Indeed. Please reach out to me. I'm put you on the calendar tomorrow. What you talking about? What you talking about? I love good folks. I love good energy. Guys, if you have been watching tonight and you came in late, I'm so sorry. Hit the replay button and check it out again from the beginning to the end, from the rooty to the tootie. And make sure you have your checkbooks ready, your credit cards ready at 12:01 tonight. So you can go ahead and purchase your 5 copies. Maybe 6, because you want to give it to somebody that don't believe what's happening. Get your copies and make sure that you're ready for this next level of your life. We are honored to have these beautiful souls with us on tonight, and they will be coming back. Michelle, when you hit that #1 bestseller line, give a girl a call, because guess what? I'm gonna put something out there for y'all to know. They made the hit, y'all. So get ready, get your copies ready, get ready for you to be able to be a part of this amazing movement. It's not just a book. It's not just some people talking. It's a movement. Michelle, you've done it again, my friend. You have done it again. And I am super honored that you are here with me on Uncensored Conversation with Elevated, Not Tolerated, because it's time for you to be empowered, embraced, and educated, to be elevated and not tolerated. Look, y'all come back. We're coming back next week. We've been taking some resting periods, Michelle. The body, mind, body, and soul needed some rest. And now I'm back in the driver's seat. Y'all better watch out. Next week, we're going to continue my birthday celebration month. I'm bringing back some friends and family to come back and be with us next week. We got the phenomenal Miss Carrie Price is going to be with us. All About Music is going to be in the house next Sunday. It's birthday. It's October. It's celebration time. Come on back and be with us. Ladies, you are welcome. You have an open door seat. Just to come on and knock on in. Let me know you're at the door. I'll let you on in. Guys, get ready for 12:01. The link is in the bottom. Ladies, we'll see you on the other side of Uncensored Conversation. Y'all have a blessed evening. Michelle, stay with me. Ladies, stay with me for a few seconds.